DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Preeti Kaur. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi to hold bilateral consultation with Bangladesh's Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in New Delhi. Many memoranda of understanding are expected to be signed. India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman to chair the 53rd GST Council meet. The council is meeting for the first time after the formation of the new government. The United States unveiled sanctions against 12 top leaders of Russia-based cybersecurity firm Kaspersky Lab, citing cybersecurity risks. And in sports, India to face Bangladesh in the Super 8 encounter of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup in Antigua. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Bangladeshi counterpart Sheikh Hasina will be holding an official meeting in New Delhi on Saturday. Post the meeting, India and Bangladesh are expected to sign several memoranda of understanding. The Bangladeshi Prime Minister arrived in the city on Friday. Sheikh Hasina is also scheduled to have a private meeting with Indian President Draupadi Murmu. She is also expected to call on Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar. Apart from official meetings, the Bangladesh Prime Minister will also pay tribute to Mahatma Gandhi at Rajghat. Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's private industry and investment advisor Salman Rahman said that the talks with Prime Minister Modi will reaffirm the very strong bond between New Delhi and Dhaka.
It's not only between the two countries. I think there is a very strong personal bond between the two prime ministers. I think they have been, Prime Minister Modi has been in power for 10 years. Our Prime Minister has been in power now for 15 years. So this is quite natural that they have interacted over this period a number of times and have built a special relationship.
India's links with Bangladesh are civilizational, cultural, social and economic. During the last 10 years, both the countries have seen enhanced connectivity as several bus and train routes have become operational. Also, development, partnership, trade and business ties have also improved between India and Bangladesh.
Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, arrived in India on Friday on a two-day visit. This is the first bilateral state visit after the formation of government in India following the 18th parliamentary elections. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina will hold bilateral consultations with the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Both sides have high expectations from the visit.
The first state visit from the neighboring countries. Both sides have a lot of expectation because the relationship is so special and so friendly. Tomorrow you'll get more details of all the things that are there in the offing, the discussions, the MOUs, the agreements, all that will be signed. But both sides are committed to deepen this and strengthen this very special partnership that we have with Bangladesh.
On the first day of her visit, India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar called on the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. Jaishankar said Sheikh Hasina's state visit to India underlines close and abiding ties between the two countries. Bangladesh is the biggest development partner of India. India has extended 3 lines of credits to Bangladesh in the last 8 years, amounting to around $8 billion for development of infrastructure in various sectors. The government of India has also been providing grant assistance to Bangladesh for various infrastructure projects, including construction of Akoda-Agartala rail link, dredging of inland waterways in Bangladesh, and construction of India-Bangladesh Friendship Pipeline. India has funded 74 high-impact community development projects, including construction of student hostels, academic buildings, skill development and training institutes, cultural centers and orphanages in Bangladesh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Prime Minister of Bangladesh Sheikh Hasina jointly inaugurated 3 Indian-assisted development projects on 1st of November last year. These 3 projects are Khulna-Mongla Rail Link, Unit 2 of the Maitri Power Plant and Agartala-Akhoda Rail Link. Bangladesh is India's biggest trade partner in South Asia, and India is the second biggest trade partner of Bangladesh in Asia. Bangladesh exported $1.97 billion of goods to India in fiscal year 2023-24. In fiscal year 2022-23, the total bilateral trade has been reported at $15.9 billion. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina inaugurated the India-Bangladesh Startup Bridge in March 2021. Several bus and train routes connecting the two countries have been operationalized. Efforts for greater connectivity to forge enduring people-centric partnership have resulted in rehabilitation of 6 pre-1965 rail links between India and Bangladesh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina inaugurated the 6th cross-border rail link between Agartala station in India and Akhoda in Bangladesh on 1st of November last year. Both countries have operationalized the agreement for the usage of Chittagong and Mongla ports in 2023. The ratification of Land Boundary Agreement of 1974 and its protocol of 2011 resulted in the exchange of 111 Indian enclaves in Bangladesh with 51 Bangladeshi enclaves in India. India's links with Bangladesh are civilizational, cultural, social and economic. On 9th of June this year, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina had attended the swearing-in ceremony of the Prime Minister and the Union Council of Ministers. With Fuzail Ahmed, Tanvi Taneja for DD India.
Indian External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar held a telephonic conversation with his Brazilian counterpart, Mauro Vieira, on Friday. Taking to social media platform X, Dr. S. Jaishankar said that he had a good conversation with his counterpart. Succeeding India, Brazil is the current chair of the G20. India's Finance and Corporate Affairs Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will chair the 53rd GST Council meeting in New Delhi on Saturday. The GST Council is meeting for the first time after the formation of the new government. The last GST Council meeting was held on 7th October last year. During the meeting, the Council took several decisions. The GST Council had recommended amendments in conditions of appointment of President and member of the proposed GST appellate tribunals regarding eligibility and age. The Council had also recommended nil rate for food preparation of millet flour in powder form. The Council had also decided to reduce GST on molasses from 28% to 5% in relief to cane farmers for faster clearance of dues and to reduce cost of manufacturing cattle feed. Amid the controversy over NEET UG results and the cancellation of UGC NET exam due to paper leak, the Centre on Friday operationalized a stringent law that aims to curb malpractices and irregularities in competitive examinations. The Public Examinations Prevention of Unfair Means Act 2024, passed by the Parliament in February, aims to prevent unfair means in public examinations conducted by the UPSC, the Staff Selection Commission, the Railways, Banking, Recruitment Examinations and the National Testing Agency, among others. The law entails provisions for a maximum jail term of 10 years and fine of up to 1 crore rupees for offenders. The National Testing Agency has postponed the CSIR UGC NET exam scheduled to take place from June 25th. The NTA in a statement said that the joint CSIR UGC NET examination June 2024 is being postponed due to unavoidable circumstances as well as logistical issues. It further said that the revised schedule for the conduct of this examination will be announced later through the official website. The candidates are advised to keep visiting the official website. A quick look at other stories making it to the headlines from across India now. India's Union Minister for Coals and Mines, G. Krishna Reddy, launched the 10th tranche of commercial coal mine auctions on Friday. As many as 67 mines spread across the states of Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha, West Bengal and Telangana are included in the auction list. The move will boost domestic coal production and ensure energy security for India. Death toll in Kalakuruchi Hooch tragedy climbed above 50, prompting political and judicial reactions. The people died after consuming illicit liquor in Kalakuruchi district of Tamil Nadu. The Madras High Court criticized government's inaction and demanded a comprehensive response to prevent future incidents. Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has faced calls for resignation from the opposition party. Divers in India's Andaman and Nicobar Island performed special underwater yoga in the Emerald Isles on Friday. The command divers highlighted asanas and mudras, promoting Prime Minister Modi's vision of yoga for strength, health and wellness. On the occasion of Dev Snan Purnima, thousands of devotees visited India's Puri to witness the Snan Yatra of Lord Jagannath and his siblings. Dev Snan Purnima, also known as Snan Yatra, is a yearly bathing festival that honors the birth anniversary of the Hindu deities. Snan Yatra is carried out in the eastern state of Odisha before the famous Rath Yatra festival. Indian documentary The Golden Thread is awarded as the best documentary in international category with Golden Conch Award in a closing ceremony of the 18th Mumbai International Film Festival. In the special category of India in Amritkal, director Edmund Ranson was conferred with the Best Short Film Award for Life in Loom. Srimoy Singh grabbed the Dadasai Phalke Chitra Nagri Award for Best Debut Director for her film and Towards Happy Allies. In the national competition category, 6A Akash Ganga won the Silver Conch Award Best Documentary. Salt grabbed the Best Short Fiction Silver Conch, whereas Nirjara of NIT Ahmedabad was conferred with the Silver Conch for Best Animation. In the international competition category, Zima from Poland won the Silver Conch for Best Animation and Tsar Milk from Estonia grabbed the Silver Conch for Best Short Fiction.
And give a huge round of applause for...
You're watching DD India Live. We're heading for a short break, but after the break, Donald Trump is coming to North Philadelphia for his first ever rally in the city. Shooting outside Arkansas's grocery store leaves 3 dead, multiple wounded. And France and Netherlands play out a draw in Group D, leaves the group wide open in Euro 2024.
Voice of a rising aspirational world. Stories of challenges, struggles and accomplishment. A world battling conflict, hunger and poverty. Embracing growth, development, science and technology. A voice of progress, a voice of unity. Watch Voice of the Global South with me, Akshay Dongre, only on DD India.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching DD India Live. Let's get to international updates. The United States has imposed sanctions on 12 people in senior leadership roles at Russia's AO Kaspersky lab, citing cybersecurity risks. Now, the sanctions targeted leadership at the company, including the Chief Business Development Officer, Chief Operating Officer, Legal Officer, Corporate Communications Chief, and others. The sanctions prohibit American companies or citizens from trading or conducting financial transactions with the sanctioned executives, and they freeze the executives' assets held in the U.S. The sanctions have been imposed a day after the Biden administration announced plans to bar the sale of the company's antivirus software over national security concerns. AO Kaspersky is one of the 2 Russian units of Kaspersky Lab, which were placed on Washington's trade restriction list on Thursday for allegedly cooperating with Russian military intelligence to support Moscow's cyber intelligence goals. Former U.S. President Donald Trump will push his record with black voters at a rally in Philadelphia later on Saturday. But Democrats are pushing back, saying Trump's administration made life worse for African Americans across the U.S. DD India's Nick Harper gets us more from Washington.
Another weekend, another rally for the former president, this time Donald Trump heading to the battleground state of Pennsylvania. He's heading to the north of the city of Philadelphia, heading to the campus of Temple University. And there he intends to try and engage with black voters, really trying to push a message that his America would be better for African Americans. We have seen in recent weeks this real push to try and motivate a black base in the party. We've seen polling suggesting that young black men in particular are beginning to show growing support for Donald Trump. So in the last few weeks, we've seen him head to Detroit, the city in Michigan, to appear on stage with black officials. We've seen him launch a Black Voters Coalition, and we've seen him appear on stage at a number of different places with black music artists, really trying to push that message that he would be good for black America. However, the Democrats pushing back against that, and they plan to rally nearby Temple University on Saturday. They'll be having mobile billboards that they'll be driving around the city, billboards criticising Donald Trump's administration's policies when he was in office, saying that Donald Trump can't fool us. The billboards reading, he's a disaster for black Americans, saying there was nearly 10% black unemployment under Donald Trump, and if Trump wins, black families lose. The Biden administration instead trying to counter by comparing Donald Trump to the Biden administration's actions over the last 3.5 years that they say have helped black Americans, in particular the cancelling of various loans that they've taken out as university students, saying that that in particular has helped minority groups. But of course, remember, Pennsylvania is an important swing state in this election. It was narrowly won by Joe Biden back in 2020, and it could potentially hold the keys to the White House this time. Both men campaigning hard in the state, knowing that it's a must-win if they want to be in the White House after.
Weather updates from across the globe now. Tourists in Cordoba city sought shade as a heat wave expected to hit Spain over the weekend and the following week reached Andalusia region on Friday. Tourists and locals took shelter along the walls of the historic mosque cathedral as temperatures went over 30 degrees Celsius by midday. According to weather forecasts, temperatures up to 39 degrees Celsius are anticipated over the weekend. A man died on Friday as several forest fires fanned by gale-force winds battered Greece's southern tip and forced evacuations. Some 120 firefighters, assisted by dozens of engines, were deployed to tame the forest fires in Achaia region, which spread fast to the nearby district of Ilia and raged uncontrolled. Residents of several villages in the fire-afflicted areas were told to flee their homes. Heavy rains lashed out in Chile's west-central city of Quilpue. Eyewitnesses' video showed the courtyard in a residential apartment complex completely flooded on Friday. Torrential rains have hit central and southern Chile, causing rivers to overflow, floods, and leading authorities to declare alerts on several regions. All right, a quick look at other stories making it to the headlines from across the globe now. Montenegro, Bosnia, and most of Croatia's Adriatic coast experienced a major power blackout. The abrupt outage led to widespread chaos as essential services were disrupted and daily life was thrown into disarray. Authorities scrambled to restore power and investigate the cause of the outage. Emergency services were on high alert, addressing incidents and assisting those in need. High-end sneakers, art and music, memorably from famed hip-hop producer Rick Ross's collection, are going up for auction. Over 300 sneakers will be showcased for bidders, as well as clothing worn by Ross on the Jimmy Fallon Show and at the 60th Grammy Awards. The online and live auction will take place on 8th and 9th of July. Harry Potter fans can now catch a glimpse of the original cover artwork for Harry Potter on display at Sotheby's, New York. Illustration that introduced Harry Potter to the world to also go up for auction. Experts estimate the illustration to fetch between $600,000 to Sotheby's last sold the illustration in 2001 for €80,000, which was far above the pre-sale estimate. In Sri Lanka, the 10th International Day of Yoga is being commemorated at Golface Green. The event marks the culmination of the 10-day-long Yoga Mahotsav. Several senior ministers of the Sri Lankan government, including Foreign Affairs Minister MUM Ali Sabri and Education Minister Sushil Premajanta, industry members, joined the event organized by High Commission of India. Also on the occasion, over 500 yoga enthusiasts joined to practice yoga. All right, on to sports now. The Indian men's cricket team will face Bangladesh in their second Super 8 match in the T20 World Cup today at Sir Vivian Richards Stadium, Antigua. The men in blue have looked one of the most balanced sides in the tournament so far, having won all of their matches. Despite low returns of the star opening duo Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli in the ongoing event, the likes of Suryakumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya and Rishabh Pant have stood up and took the onus of scoring upon themselves. While the trio of Jasprit Bumrah, Arshdeep Singh and Hardik Pandya have been remarkable with the ball, Akshar Patel, Ravindra Jadeja and Kuldeep Yadav have also got themselves among the wickets. France could not score against the Netherlands and gain the win on Friday, which would have secured the top spot in Group D of Euro 2024. A 0-each draw leaves the group wide open as neither side progressed to the last 16. France were without forward Kylian Mbappe, who remained on the bench with the broken nose he suffered in the Austria game. Both sides squandered chances and had periods of control, but neither could find a breakthrough and eased off the throttle in the second half, seemingly content to claim a point. France next face Poland, who have no points after losing 3-1 to Austria earlier on Friday, while the Netherlands meet the Austrians, who have 3 points. Both matches will take place on Tuesday. That's it in this edition of DD India Live. But let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those of you on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on the DD India mobile app. You can scan the QR codes on your screens to download now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Preeti Kaur signing off, and from all of us here in Delhi, thanks for watching DD India Live.